What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here and welcome to the quarter-final match of the Australian Rugby Sevens, taking on Canada today in the first, the first game. It's the quarter-final. Basically, lose here, you're gone. Win, you head into the semis next week. Not the greatest of start by the New Zealand All Blacks, a knock-on off the kickoff, and that gives Canada a scrum in a good position on the 22. In a pretty, not a bad position. It could be worse. It could be a little bit more of a blindside, but they will definitely take this to Canadians, and they'll be looking to get points on the board early, just to try and, I guess, unsettle this New Zealand All Blacks side very early on in the game. And if they can do that, great work, Cliff. The steal from the breakdown, absolutely love it. Canada, you're going nowhere, boys. You are getting taken down. Kick downfield just to relieve a little bit of pressure. But this tactic has worked very well against the lesser teams, where we have gone kick downfield. The chase has been good, and actually we've been able to go and outrun the chasers. So we're not going to commit too many players to the ruck here, because I have a feeling that a kick was coming. It is coming. It's a very good kick too, down towards the 22. And we're actually going to get a penalty advantage out of this too, I believe, for a player who was in an offside position. The referee is going to play advantage, and we are going to keep going. No point binding to that there, because we do obviously still have the advantage. We're going to kick this away, see if that gets rid of the advantage or not, which it has gone and done, and we've been brought all the way back for the penalty. As I said, offside by the Canadian player in front of the kicker when it was taken. And this here, we should look to drill. I was going to say, drill it down towards the Canadian goal line, but not the case. Instead, we're going to set up a two-person maul, which is just going to continue to go up towards the halfway line. And now this is where we can just start to flex our muscles, get things going, and DJ Forbes is going to pick up the first try for the New Zealand Sevens as he dots down, picks it up, and high fives all around from the big fella. So great work by the New Zealanders to go pick up that first try. We've got bloody Declan, is it Declan O'Donnell? It is Declan O'Donnell, who misses another drop kick. I can't imagine this guy's stats for the season. They would be pretty poor, to be honest, unless it is directly in front of the posts. Normally we see him miss. So the sooner we get those goal-kicking boots, I think the better. So we can't hopefully we can't be too far away, because that's something that would be really cool, is to have the goal-kicking boots. And I was going to say we need to make a tackle here somehow, because otherwise the Canadians are in down the line, and they are going to probably look to pick up their first try of the afternoon as they dot down towards the corner 2, and all of a sudden the game's tied up at 5-all. We can't take the Canadians too lightly. They are still going to prove quite a challenge, and that's something you can't do. It's what I've talked about before. When it comes to Rugby Sevens, you can't take any team lightly, because Sevens is one of those games where it just takes that one bit of magic, obviously, to go and score a try. So we just need to keep on our toes. We've got about 3 minutes left to go until half time, and we will just continue to keep going. I don't think I have kicking meters. I think I just need to start running a bit more, because basically the 3 times that I have had the ball, I have kicked it. So we need to make sure that we actually start to go and try and take a few more hit-ups in this first half. And that is going to be some great defence, a great tactic by the Canadians. It has been carried back by the New Zealanders, so it is going to be a 5-metre scrum. And all of a sudden, Canada looking very, very dangerous here. And they've got a good position, good scrum, and just need to make sure that we can nut it out very early on, which is what we have done. And just need to make sure that we defend well here, because otherwise we are going to see Canada in for their second try of the game. They are very close, getting very, very close to the line, close to the posts, and it is going to take just one little bit of brilliance. Surely that's not a try. I'm sure that I have put him back over the try line, but we will have to wait and see. We're not going to wait around for the TMO's decision. We are just going to wait and see. And that poor body language tells you that Canada has gone. They've scored their second for the game, and they have a shock lead against the New Zealand Sevens sides. The kick's good, and that means that we are now down by 7 with about a minute and a half left until half time. So this is a position we aren't used to being in, the New Zealand Sevens team. We are used to being up quite comfortably too. So we are going to need to get ourselves sorted very early on. Otherwise, if Canada score here again, it is going to be a big battle to get in the second half, to get back up and continue, I guess, our run at this Australian Sevens. So hopefully we can go and do that. I've made like no running meters whatsoever today. Oh, go Cliffy! Offload it, beautiful offload, and it is DJ Forbes who's going to dot in for his second try with about 20 seconds left to go in the first half. So we definitely take that. There was a little pause, a little momentary lapse in commentary just when I was a bit shocked. I thought we were going to go and get there. That is the halftime hooter. So we head into the break only down by 2, which is a hell of a lot better than heading down by 7. So we're only we're basically a drop goal away at the moment, and we are going to need to turn these stats around in the second half. Losing the possession and the territory battle is never ideal. To only be down by 2 is a positive. Hopefully it is something that we can build on heading into the second half, and not really too sure what has happened there or what happens in this situation. Surely it's not a penalty. It must be a penalty. It didn't even go out on the full though. That's what I was concerned about. I mean, if it had gone out on the full, yes, bring it back and it is a penalty. But I thought that if it bounced, that it was just... I personally thought it was a line out to the team who kicked. But I could be wrong. I mean, my rugby knowledge isn't that good. And it's a great tackle by DJ Forbes, taking the Canadian into touch. And that does relieve a little bit of pressure, which the Canadians have actually gone and put a hell of a lot on. I mean, it was one of the games probably heading in that it should be a very easy win for New Zealand. They should be able to beat Canada quite easily when it comes to any form of rugby, not just sevens, but probably 15s as well. And DJ Forbes is absolutely gassing it, just as we're hopefully going to now, but we can't quite get away. We've almost got those running meters up, which is what we like to see, because I was looking through the team list before, and we are definitely the worst, well, not statistically, but attributely, we are the worst player in this New Zealand side. I think we are only 67 overall from memory, so we do have a lot of work left to do to try and get ourselves up to a reasonable standard, you know, to the standard of this normal New Zealand side, because most of them are up in the 80s, some of them even in the 90s, so there is definitely a lot of work to do, and I'm going to steal that try. I am definitely going to steal that try. Shouldn't have been mine, but I had called for the pass, and we dot in. New Zealand's third try of the afternoon sees us go ahead by 3 points, and hopefully Declan can give us, I was going to say, just a little bit of breathing room, Declan, but not the case. Still the 3-point deficit, and we will take that heading in. So 15-12, and even though the conversion has been missed, we have seen New Zealand go into the lead, which is definitely promising. I'm not too sure why we didn't contest that ruck early on. Oh, where's the support? The support player would have tipped him into touch, but he just was not there, or possibly gone for the steal at the breakdown. I think that was my problem. I think instead of binding and contesting, I just joined the ruck as the scrum half, and that's a forward pass. So just little basic errors now starting to creep in for Canada, and that is what we will take. We'll take those forward passes, get the ball back, get some possession, get some territory, because at the moment in the lead, 3.5 minutes left to go. We'll just go and try and see this one out if we can. I don't know how that wasn't forward, to be honest, because that looked exactly the same as the other one, and we are going to see Declan, I was going to say, shoot in for his first try of the game, gets it a little bit closer to the post, but it doesn't matter. Now up by 8, so it is 2 scoring plays. Well, I guess a converted try and a penalty or a drop goal away for Canada now. The drop kick would have made it better, would have made it 10, which means that it would have needed 2 tries from the Canadians to get back into this game. But not quite the case. Declan O'Donnell has missed his 4th conversion of the afternoon, and we need to make sure that this doesn't go into touch again. But that's a well-weighted kick, and we will get the line-out feed. What? Okay, I thought we were going to get the line-out feed, but not the case. It goes to Canada somehow. Again, I don't know how it has gone to the Canadians, but it has been spilt anyway. So we do get the ball back, and with 2 minutes left to go, you would have to think if we can just hang on to the ball at this stage, that we will be able to see this game out very easily. So we are going to take the drive up, which is what we're doing. We're moving up towards the 22, so great meters, and we will continue to look at putting in some kind of counter-attack. Declan O'Donnell gets a nice line break, but at the end can't quite break the hole. And we're going to pick up our second try. We are so good at stealing those tries in close, baby. Puts us up 25-12. That probably is not a clear reflection of the game as a whole. Canada, they have fought bravely. They have been good. They've been better than Declan O'Donnell's goal kicking. I mean, that's one stat that they have beat us in, is the goal kicking. They've got 50%. We are on 0%. None from 5 for Declan O'Donnell. So that is something that definitely needs to increase. And I'm not sure if that was taken. Great steal from the breakdown, though. But I'm not sure if that was taken actually correctly. I'm not sure if that was taken inside the 10. I love some of the glitches in this game. Absolutely marvellous glitches, I must say. Right, so just 20 seconds left to go. We're probably just going to run the clock down here and just look to go and probably play it into touch after that. We have gone in a little bit prematurely, so Canada are going to get the last play unless we can somehow win this one against a throw, which would be nice. You know, it would mean that we could finish things off very early on, and that is, however, the case. It's been kicked to touch. New Zealand, I wouldn't say scrape through, but get through in the end against this resilient Canadian side in the quarterfinals. Move into the semis, which we will be coming your guys' way next week. We will be talking about that and talking about the Rugby Championship results from this weekend coming. Anyway, guys, do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter links that can be found down below in the description. Hope you're having a good week so far. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. I've got more Don Bradman, My Career Reborn, coming your guys' way. Make sure you do not miss that.